everyone, my name is Holly, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So, I'm a noob. If anyone called me a noob in any other circumstance, I would take it as an insult. And I'm not technically a noob to YouTube because I have my other art channel, but I am a noob to Booktube. So let's start off with the very first question. Why did you start this channel? Well, I have my other channel, Holly Hearts Art, and so many of you guys constantly ask me about my bookshelves because you guys constantly see them in the background, and I knew I couldn't exactly do book videos on my art channel, so I finally decided why not make a book channel so I can talk about books and make more friends. Reading is a serious passion of mine, and I couldn't think of any other way to show my love for books than to make a complete channel dedicated to them. Question number 2. What are some exciting and fun things you can bring to Booktube? I personally feel like it's always about the person who is making the videos, which is what makes a specific channel fun and exciting. Like, I wouldn't care what Markiplier does on his videos. Whatever he comes up with, I watch his videos because his personality is super funny, and that's how it should be. I have so many interesting ideas for future videos. There are so many books that I have not read yet that I know so many people are wondering how I would feel about them after reading them. And I know it's pretty hard to stand out on YouTube with how many channels there are nowadays, but again, like I said, I believe it is about the person and how unique they are, and I believe that I can be pretty unique in this community. Question number 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Books, duh. No. Obviously, just to make more friends in the Booktube community and to just talk about books constantly and to make book videos and show you guys what I read throughout the month and book hauls, and it just sounds super fun and I am so excited. Why do you love reading? I'm actually going to make a whole separate video on this question, so I'm not really going to answer it with too many details, but I just love reading because you get to enter a whole new world and you get to leave reality. It's just a perfect escape, and I think everyone should read, honestly. And I never used to think that. I personally used to hate to read. So think about that one. What books or series got you into reading? So since I really haven't been reading all that long, the very first series that got me into reading was The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. I picked this book up at Barnes & Noble, and it was kind of like the very first book I bought, and I loved it so much that I got into a book buying addiction, and here I am today with almost 600 books. So this book has a very special place in my heart. Even though this book is what really got me into reading, this book or series has been my favorite series of all time ever since then. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Can we be best friends? What challenges do you think starting a booktube will be the hardest to conquer? Well, starting a second channel in general, I think is going to be the hardest thing. Even though I made this channel just for fun, I still want to keep updated on it and upload every week. So it's going to be a little bit challenging for me, but book videos I feel like are going to be way easier than art videos, because art videos take hours because you're creating a art piece, and book videos you're kind of just sitting here talking. So I think it will be pretty easy, hopefully. Please. When did you start reading? This kind of goes along with my separate video that I keep bringing up in this video, so I'm going to keep this question vague because I know people are going to ask me questions like, what? Are you serious? Look at your book collection. You've been doing this forever, haven't you? No, I have not. I have only been reading since late 2014. Yep. Where do you read? Right here. Right here on my bed. This is where I read 90% of the time. I'll usually just pile some pillows behind me and just relax and escape from reality. Sometimes I'll go out and read in my living room, but the TV is normally on and I get distracted pretty easily. So I'll come in here, or even when the weather outside is really nice, I'll go read on my back porch because we have a pretty view. So those places are where I like to read. And the final question is, what kind of books do you like to read? Well, I am a hardcore fantasy reader. Fantasy, high fantasy, urban fantasy, young adult fantasy. Anything fantasy is my absolute favorite. I'm not a huge contemporary reader, but I do have a contemporary section on my bookshelf, and I do tend to feel like I want to read a contemporary. And I like historical fiction, and science fiction is kind of 50-50 because I really have a bad reputation with science fiction books. I tend to not like them. I tried reading the Red Rising trilogy and I did not like it. I read all 3 of them and I think it was the writing, honestly. Okay, I'm totally getting off track here. Anyways, fantasy. You're going to be seeing a lot of fantasy on this channel. Alright, so hopefully I answered all the questions. Tell me down below when you started reading, and until we meet again, happy reading.